what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. We'll talk a little recruiting as well, as I believe that there's a little melt going on. Well, what is the reaction on Tiger dropping? Say Dakorien Moore, the 5-star #1 receiver in the country who, you know, the commitment to LSU has felt sketchy for a while now. He is apparently committed to Texas, or I guess, was he committed to Texas originally or always leaning Texas? Whatever. Remember like 2 months ago, there were a bunch of rumors that this was happening, and he like reaffirmed his commitment to LSU, but we're basically like, look, we'll just see where this goes. He's from Duncanville in Texas, and well, it appears that he wants to be a Longhorn. What is the Tiger droppings? What are the message boards saying?
So you're gonna think I'm lying. I don't know because I haven't been on it.
Okay, I know you're lying.
Well, here, do some research in the commercial.
When
break.
I saw it, it was like 10 o'clock last night. I was about to go to bed, and then this morning was crazy, so I just haven't looked.
We did talk about it. I think we were out at U Club doing one of our shows, so it's been a while since we talked about this, but you're right. It never felt like it was on steady ground since then, and then just more rumors pick up, and you hoped, if you're an LSU fan, that having the #1 quarterback committed to you and a very solid commitment, somebody that goes out and talks about LSU in every interview that he's doing, you've got the #1 running back, like all those things in this class would almost be able to keep the commitment of the entire class, certainly the offensive players. And so, like, maybe you thought that could get it done, but the whispers were too loud probably for us to believe anything other than it was going to end up being Texas.
Yeah, and I don't know the full, because you're right. I mean, Bryce Underwood's probably the reason why he committed in the first place.
Right.
How convincing Underwood has been. And let's be clear, this is still going to be a fine wide receiver class for LSU, and they do a very good job of recruiting that position, and Cortez Hankton obviously developing. But, this is also probably a situation where I think Texas could probably offer more too, right? I do think they have a bit of a deeper pockets. I don't think this is not 1-to-1 to something like the Dominic Williams situation. I think it's more that, you know, that's already kind of I believe closer to his home. So it's his hometown team in some ways, and it's a bit more money. And then maybe LSU kind of saying, well, do you match there, or with that money, could you go get 2 really good players or something along that? Whereas Texas doesn't have to worry about, is that a lot of money for one player because their pockets are slightly deeper. Again, I don't think, I do not say this to cause any panic. As we've talked about plenty, LSU is fine financially in the age of NIL. They have the resources. They just don't have the top level resource. It's like a team. I don't know a great baseball analogy here, Jake. Like, it's LSU's like a good upper mid-level team that is willing to spend, certainly, but they're not going to go like the Yankees and just be like, F it, we're just going to go.
LSU can be the Braves.
Yes, there we go.
They're going to have a very solid payroll. It's going to be somewhere in the top 6, but it's not going to be the Dodgers.
Yes, you cannot accuse them of not caring or trying to be cheap. But yes, at the end of the day, and honestly, we don't talk about that enough probably. That's kind of what NIL's like more than anything is baseball, because there's no salary cap.
Sure.
And you could just say F it and go all in if you want, if you're one of these Ohio States or Texas or something or another. So Dakorien Moore decommitting, but hey, we'll see. We'll see, man. I can't imagine that the look, it also, here's the other dirty truth about it. Moore, awesome player, going to be awesome. I don't care about anybody in that class except for Bryce Underwood. Keep the quarterback above all else. And obviously you still got to fit. I mean, you got to get some defenders in there. You got to get some big defensive tackles and whatnot. But if you keep the #1 player in the entire country, the #1 quarterback in the entire country, you keep him in the class, well, everything else is fine, no matter what. So,
you'd like to keep those other guys, and you've got Barry at running back, and you've got some really good players committed to you. You have a top 3 class, all those things, but the crown jewel is always going to be the quarterback, and certainly if it's a 5-star quarterback, #1 quarterback in the country. Like, that's just always going to play, and then you try to build the pieces around that.
Wow, Jake, What incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.